Hi guys,
Hello, people.
I'm Milena,
Lola.
and we're watching The Wire, last episode of season 3. Yeah.
Last episode of many things. Like we said goodbye to Stringer in the previous one. I think we're saying goodbye to A1 in this one. This is a big chapter of The Wire closing in on us right now.
Yeah.
This is a big one. I will see how it follows up, but I feel very sad. I feel very sad that the Barksdale organization has fallen. Even though it should have fallen. It should have.
I mean, I don't know if I feel sad, but I do feel emotional.
Yeah.
But I can't, it's not like I'm...
It should have
Yeah.
fallen.
Yeah.
And I am happy that it does. I am happy for the people that were killed because of it, in the name of it. You know, I feel cathartic about that. But within the story, we're losing that. We're losing the Barksdale organization. It feels sad.
We are losing the story that I feel we talk the most about. We discuss the most about.
Oh my god, if this now cuts our outro for half, that'd be great.
That'd be great.
If we can speak for half an hour instead of an hour, oh my god.
Yeah, I just remember some episodes where nothing happened and yet we managed to talk for an hour.
Well, season 2, episode 6 maybe.
Yeah.
No, they didn't appear. It's our third longest reaction for what?
Yeah,
for now?
because
I don't know.
we talked about Stringer and A1.
Yeah.
And I just love how this story is ending. I love how it ended for Stringer. I definitely think it's ending in this episode for A1. I think he's gonna go to jail. That's what I feel emotional about.
Yeah.
I feel emotional about that. I feel emotional about the A1 falling down.
Yeah.
I don't feel emotional about Stringer falling down. I don't know how that happened. I don't know where that happened. But I didn't feel emotional about Stringer dying at all.
I mean, I think we talked about this, what the season gave me. It gave me warmth towards Avon, and I still feel no warmth towards Stringer. So that's why in Stringer's case, I feel emotional because of the connection with Avon, and because we had him for so long and he represents that part of a story. I feel emotional for losing him there. Yeah. For Stringer, as in Stringer, the person, the character, I have not felt any warmth towards that man.
Through this 3 seasons.
And, I mean, I don't think they have given me something to, hold on to. You know, the most was, his relationship with Avon, let's say. But, that was it.
Yeah, because to me now, if I see, when I see, basically, that he's gonna fall down, and I feel emotional because that's something that he's been working on his entire life. And it is the game. It is in the game. Sometimes you are the king, sometimes you're not the king, you know? But I'm gonna feel emotional about that, all of that, I feel like.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I want our guys to succeed. I want them to get him.
Yeah.
They lost Stringer. They did manage. They had all the evidence. And
they
just
were, so close.
They had all the evidence, but at the end of the day, he's still not on freedom. He died. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's not
I think that's gonna be enough for everyone except Jimmy.
Yeah, that's what I mean. So that's what I want to say. They did get him.
Yeah.
They didn't put the cuffs on his arms, but at the end of the day, he's not leading this big organization of the drugs, you know? So they did succeed somewhere, and if they catch Avon, that's a win. Again, did Marlo come, and is distribution of the drugs gonna stop? No, of course not. It's not gonna stop. It's gonna continue. The game is gonna continue with a different person on top.
Yeah.
Nothing is gonna change, but at the end of the day, you do what you can, basically.
Again, that's gonna be sufficient for everyone else except Jimmy, who made this his life because he really has nothing else. And so he concentrated on this, and that gave purpose to him. And now that he just got so close to getting it, he failed at getting it. I really think there's gonna be a big blow for him. But it's always darkest before the dawn. So we might be in the dawn for Jimmy's character, which would be very nice.
I definitely think that we're gonna have his progression now, because Stringer did die in season 3 and we have yet 2 seasons, and we also did have seen in one of the previous episodes where he thought he saw Biddy and he ran to say hello, and we know in the last
caused a car crash.
Yeah, but literally. But we know also in the last episode that he figured out what this woman wanted to do and how she doesn't care about him or anything else, you know?
And he's not gonna give up, you know, Bonnie for her.
Yeah. I feel like we're gonna have his story. And I'm excited to see that. I think that's gonna make me love him even more.
Yeah.
Honestly.
I'm very excited to see
Let's play this episode.
Let's see. It's the last one, guys. We made it. We are halfway through the show. This is a sad thought.
What do you mean?
Well, at some point we passed halfway through, but like now that we're finishing a third season, there's only 4 and 5, and we watched 3. There's only 2 left. So that's like feels more final.
So less than halfway through the show.
What did I say?
More than. We have less than...
We're more than halfway through the show.
Is that what you said? Okay.
In my mind I said that, but maybe I didn't.
Okay, I just heard we're halfway through the show.
Oh.
And I was like, what?
I think
that's been 5 episodes since then.
Maybe I said more, or I just had more in my mind.
Yeah.
Oh my god, last time with this intro as well. I don't know what awaits us in the next one.
This season just went through.
My god. Hi, boy.
Oh.
2 shooters. Shotgun, semi-auto. One Vic is a West Side soldier with a pretty healthy sheet. The other is a major player in Daniel's wiretap case. So ahead. Drug related. Russell Bell. Owner and co-developer of this here. Well-property man he was.
He was.
We're aware that Russell Bell was regarded as a major narcotic violator.
How do you think he made his money?
I didn't inquire. I saw only the one of them. He was black. Big, I thought. With a large weapon.
And a scar.
And a big scar on his face. Fascinating. Just like that. He's dead. Fucking fascinating.
You won't like it upstairs.
You know. We know. Everyone knows.
Everybody knows.
Who cares a fucking shotgun? I think he is the person to mourn Stringer's death most. Like, literally. My boy, you needed this. You needed this because, like, this cannot be your life. This cannot be what brings you happiness. I'm so sorry.
I'm joking.
I'm so sorry, my boy. I really don't want... I don't like seeing you sad, but, like, this needed to happen.
Literally.
I caught him, Monk. On the wire, I caught him.
I caught him.
Fucking know it.
And he doesn't fucking know. We fight on that lie.
I know you love that. I hate it.
I was thinking,
She has a husband.
I'm proud of you, Gus. Be well.
Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god.
Shut that fucking door.
Bodhi, yours, Bodhi.
Yo, Slim, man. Just say the word. Say the motherfucking word. Shit is on.
On with who?
we gonna bounce back on the motherfucker, no question.
Do you think it's Marlo?
Marlo, boss. Oh, he got involved.
Marlo ain't got shit to do with it. Marlo couldn't get Stream like that. Stream died because of some other shit. I couldn't fix it. I tried. Nigga, Stream was right about this shit, man. That nigga was right. Fuck Marlo. Fuck this fucking war. All this beef over a couple of fucking corners.
Don't matter who did what.
A little too slow, a little too late.
Fact is, we went to war, and now there ain't no going back. Once you in it, you in it. If it's a lie, then we fight on that lie. But we gotta fight.
Fuck the politics for a minute. What if the man happens to be right?
Legalizing drugs.
Crime is down in his district, and people on that side of town, they're okay with it.
If there's no Tommy Carcetti in this thing, what's likely to happen?
The mayor and Morrell, they shut this thing down.
But no matter what, Colvin's little experiment is finished. Come on, Tommy. They dealt you a winning hand and you're acting like you forgot how to play.
Mr. Mayor, call it legalization, and my office can't live with it.
Agreed. No one can.
But harm reduction, that could sell provided there's a reduction in the crime rate.
Harm reduction. Sounds good.
Fucked up, man. Why don't you get his ass dropped? Him and all his crew. Well, they gonna fall, son. You'll see.
That's the word on the wire anyway. Every mention puts it on Marlo Stanfield's crew.
Imagine
Which
like they
means
do
the boys
kill
are
Marlo
ratcheted
because
up
like the
fast.
stringer thing, even though Marlo had nothing to do with it.
How'd you take it?
Like Stringer was king.
Yeah.
Oh my
I'm there.
god.
That's Avon.
Yeah. Have you ever seen his place? We
No,
haven't.
I don't think so.
Is it economy, books, marketing?
What the fuck was I chasing?
The Wealth of Nations?
Oh, something economics, I'm gonna assume.
Oh.
What's done is done. Scared-ass gangsters. Please.
I took it for as long as I could.
It's cool. It being your town, I trust you to do it proper.
Do what?
You off today, boss? Every day at this point. Told him over the cops that a little experiment. Boss has been crazy, huh? That's what I call it. There's a wartime layup for your man Barksdale. My sources tell me the man's there most of the time with a lot of muscle. Sawed-offs, semi-autos, Mac 11s. A whole lot of good shit if you hit it right.
Ask him how you got that.
Stringer gave you that.
Right there might be the last bit of police work in a long and storied career. Not I talk too much time.
Which one is Ali?
In the white trunks, boy. Any man still standing at the end of a round, you can't call him soft. That's a rule, alright?
Stringer's place downtown. B&B shit, college papers, real estate stuff. There's no phone extension in the place. Just these cell phone chips. About 100 of them.
100.
That's why I wasn't taking any phones from my man Banana.
Cautious man. Yes and no.
Have a look in here.
Before Stringer Bell got aced, he went out of his way to put in his good friend Avon Barksdale. That's a Barksdale safe house.
Where'd you get this? Colvin. Calls to the western.
Where's Daniels?
He's got this thing downtown. It's for his wife.
You should raid it. It's not enough to make up for Stringer.
It'll do for now.
Because the neighborhoods and the residents in this district are among the poorest. Time has come for a change. And I believe I can bring about that change.
It's kind of cool, the lieutenant's wife running for office, you know?
Why are you watching that? I would just not be watching this for my own, like, sake.
Stringer Bell. Damn.
Oh, hello.
If it wasn't your one, you know Avon's gonna put it on, right? I heard Colvin's in deep shit downtown.
Hear like this right here? You might not be the only one.
You're in deep shit doing this. You're not in deep shit for, like, harming people, killing people.
You think I could get like five? I need like $500. I look like a tourist to you? I swear to God. Looking like that, walking into an open-air drug market, why the hell would I think you'll spend my $5 on bus fare? Shit. Because I already got my plasma.
That is not real
That
life.
is not real life.
I was about to say they're getting along. No? Oh, this is so great. This is so great. Oh, everything is back where it belongs.
All night,
Doesn't even want to drink.
you've been drinking like your ass is candy. And if I remember, your boy, he had no love for those Barksdale people.
Execution style, I don't play like Omar Little. Besides, the word on our wires that Marlowe's people did Stringer.
Marlo Stanfield.
The heir apparent.
This city's going to hell, man.
The
Hey, Sheriff. No. My guess is she's picking up a prisoner. Yeah, I spoke to her about 10 minutes ago. Yeah, well, they know that they make you check your stuff.
Didn't she tell
Not at all.
her this, like how to cheat, how to get away with
Need
it?
more, Jimmy.
Call your partner.
I'm tired, Buck.
had the scene in season 1 when he was like standing in front on the train tracks. Jimmy's saying that he's tired, that he's not drinking this much. Oh.
It wasn't unanimous. And there were people there speaking for you.
I heard that too. 6 out of 10 black officers think I'm just an asshole racist.
On the other hand, 4 out of 10 think you're just an asshole. It's an administrative charge. You can fight it and win if you want.
Failure to properly identify myself as a police officer. Sounds like what I was guilty of most of my career, actually. I'm not sure I was supposed to be a police.
What were you supposed to be, huh?
Anything else? Templates.
Something else. Oh my god, would love to follow his story.
What's the corroboration?
Well, the source knew that Barksdale had a waterfront condo in his own name, gave the accurate location and title info down the deed of transfer. The source knew that Barksdale was shot last month, wounded in the shoulder.
Emergency room?
No hospital reports.
Either Colvin goes back to the CI or we sit on this address for a while, see what we can see.
Oh, fuck it.
CIA is dead.
I'm writing the affidavit.
It's Colvin's call.
It's Stringer Bell. Lester figured it out from the DNRs.
Bill was snitching at
Yeah.
Barksdale. You're sure of this?
Well, maybe that explains the murder.
Safe house might be our best shot.
All right. We stay on the wires until this batch of burners goes dead, hoping we hit Barksdale. But meanwhile, we get a warrant for that safe house
Yeah.
and we over there.
They're gonna get.
Yeah.
Thanks for the cover last night.
What the fuck, girl?
Oh, news crew?
Yeah.
Right. The cameras have found our little shit pile. Finally, your fucking councilman took his sweet time, didn't he?
Something I never thought I'd see from this or any other administration. Frankly, this is one of the reasons we need a change in leadership in this city.
Did the mayor know? What about the police commissioner?
These are questions for the mayor and the police commissioner. But such issues of crime and safety, the Royce administration is simply bankrupt. Can't say I can do anything else but put it out there right now.
All I can tell you is that for more than 4 weeks now, the Baltimore Police Department surrendered portions of the police district to the drug trade, and the council was not informed.
I fucking had this story all to myself a week ago. What the fuck was I thinking?
You know, like for once you were actually like doing your job, thinking about like maybe this is good for the community, but then when it becomes about fucking politics, fuck all of them. I think I will forever have least empathy about politicians. I cannot. Like it's your duty. It is your duty.
A couple of people and outside of Barksdale now.
Our friend Carcetti is gonna run wild with this. Tony Gray thinks he's gonna get my chair behind this bullshit.
We're throwing you out of the boat, Irvin. This shit is on you alone.
Not if I talk about how we were under pressure to keep the crime down, to juke the stats district by district.
You never said that.
About how Colvin, under pressure, lost his way. But you heard about the drop in Colvin's felony rate, and you sent me packing. Brought in your liberal-ass do-gooders to seriously consider this horse shit.
I would run on that. It's already too late to run on that.
My hands were tied.
I don't know how anyone can listen to this and not like agree and be like, we did it because it was working.
Of the goddamn politicians? Or I leave your office right now, willing to say a lot less than that. I put what I can on crazy-ass Bunny Colvin, and I take the hit. In which case, I am your commissioner for the full 5-year term. Deal's made.
Unit 2 to Sector 3, move on the Winchester homes. Unit 2 to Sector 2, move on the Coppers plant.
Over the top, gentlemen.
I really want to watch this. If anyone dies in this, arrest. I'll be ashamed of myself.
Son, this nigga sprang a bell, man. It's a baggy twist, yo. Real.
Boss, you okay? Slim said they got the eye on Marlo. All the boys, they all waiting on you. Hey, man. I'm behind you.
Excuse me, Deputy Sir. We found a body.
I don't know what.
Maybe Bob's friend.
Bob's friend.
Can't try. Can't tell for sure with all the
Yeah.
red lights. Taking the LCME in the jail wagon. I don't want the fucking reporters seeing any ambos.
He just landed.
Oh my god.
Dad, sit tight.
Let me come in.
What the fuck is happening?
We're getting
Two
good.
in Barksdale, sitting the count of 10 in, and none coming out, so that's 10 at least. Burrell pulled John Hopkins personally this morning. Dragged your name into the gutter. John Hopkins doesn't need the notoriety. The chief academic officer of a major research university doesn't want to hear that some new hire makes up the rules as he goes along.
Taking a dog. Where's the technical? I called for QRT. You ain't heard? They're a little busy tonight tearing down Bonnie Colvin's fuck up.
Are we getting on this?
Avon Barksdale and crew.
I fucking told you he was out. Didn't I fucking tell you?
By tomorrow, the story goes national and Washington reacts.
I can't believe he wants us to knock. You can't flush guns now, can you? Well, fuck that. What about if they open up on us?
These guys are at war with another crew. We go charging in there, chances are we will get lit up.
True. I really don't think anyone is stupid enough to start shooting at police.
Police. Narcos out back too.
Y'all ask me, ugly ass niggas should be in here fucking around with all these guns and shit, you know what I'm talking about?
Oh, that's mine. Law degree? 4 on the parole violation. No matter whatever else happens, you every day of what's left of your 7 without seeing a jury.
Maybe even conspiracy to murder. We take this federal, see if we can't get you 10 to life. No parole.
Whatever. Shit. You only do 2 days, no how. That's the day you go in, and the day you come out.
Yeah, well, here's the warrant. In between them 2 days, give you something to think on.
I don't know if I'm saying honest.
Missed out shot.
You don't even know what's happening.
Bro.
Instantly gonna be the only person not arrested.
I will spend what's left of my career. Look, my people saw this as a tactical deployment only. The responsibility is mine alone.
Well, you won't fall alone unless you're willing to fall exactly as we want you to.
After CompStat, you go to retirement services and drop papers, going out at a lieutenant's grade. But you're not going out on a major's pay.
Retire with my 30 right now before you bust me. I got vacation time enough to make my 30.
Fuck your vacation time. You're out today at the lower grade.
That's against the goddamn contract.
What part of Bendover didn't you understand?
Avon locked up.
How do you look yourself in the mirror? How do you wake up in the morning? How do you look yourself in the mirror? How does your colleague? How does any single one of you?
What up, G? Where the older ones at?
Marlo got his package back out.
Hired Burrell. This nonsense began in his shop without him knowing it.
Right now,
Oh my god, I would
Tony
love
Gray,
if he fired Burrell.
cockheaded maneuvering. Now's not the time. But right now, I need him where he is, if for no other reason than to take the hit for this thing right here. But I tell you what I'm gonna do though. I'm gonna shine on that new girl you like in the 11th. Give her a spot on the ticket, cut the yellow loose. And let us have a day.
I did so without properly informing his superior officers. and without regard to the criminal statutes he was sworn to enforce, thereby disgracing himself and his command.
Disgracing himself.
Not much you can say, is there? Not the real police. Get on with it, motherfucker. Excuse me, Major?
Is the admin lieutenant present?
Who's that, Crutchfield?
Nah, Norris. Sleeping on a stakeout.
Yeah, that's everyone we heard on the wire. McNulty's over there in number 1 with Pro, and why don't you say hey?
You heard the tape. Look, he came to me and said we could sell drugs. We moved down to Vincent Street. And that's where I moved my crew. And you know I did. Because you the one that popped me with a G-Pack on my way to the spot and let me go, remember?
You're selling drugs in Major Colvin's free zone? You can prove that.
Ask him, you know. And this must be one of them contraptment things.
Entrapment.
Kid's got a point.
Too cute. Too adorable.
Any way you can tie your case to this mess with Colvin? It's good work nonetheless, Major Daniels. Call came in from the mayor's office half-hour ago, approving your promotion. And now with Colvin, there's a new vacancy.
What about my wife?
What about her?
The mayor? You never see? Why would the mayor...
Good police work, maybe.
I just wanted you to know that last tip you gave me, it was a winner.
Yeah, I heard. It's good work.
Also, I don't know if you know, Stringer Bell was shot to death 2 days ago. So anyway, I put his name on the paper to tighten the PC. I figured, what the fuck, once he's aced, right?
You cut them corners, didn't you?
Seems like you cut a few yourself, Major. However it ends, you're good police.
Yeah, I just did what I did. Felt right. I'm fine with that.
I think in the first episode he was talking something about the beer cans on the roof. I don't think we'll ever have a character that is as decent as him in this show. Literally. And none of you.
It really feels final, like everything just feels final.
You and me in public. But your wife.
She wins without me. On the mayor's ticket. She wins.
And you make Major?
Well, I think she was waiting for this day more than I ever was.
I think she wins. I don't think the mayor wins again.
The mayor's right.
I
I guess you don't live right.
Carrie, what was that? What broke? You just drive over here.
I did.
Why tonight?
I was in my old district tonight, which is where I used to feel pretty good, I think. I wasn't so angry when I was there anyway. I know, someone said something, I guess. It doesn't make sense. I guess I finished something today.
The case.
More than that. It's like everything I poured into a glass came out the bottom. And I just kept on pouring. Like the thing had a hole in it, you know? Things that make me right for this job, maybe they're the same things that make me wrong for everything else.
Do you want to come inside for a drink?
Not tonight. If it's not too late, I wouldn't mind meeting your kids.
Major Colvin misled his officers. They thought that his initiative was a tactical deployment to entrap narcotics traffickers. There was no mention whatsoever of the initiative to any superior officer.
And for 5 weeks, all evidence of what he was doing managed to elude the entire command staff.
Shame on you.
I take
You
full
think they feel
responsibility.
any shame?
And indeed, after I first learned of the matter, I informed the mayor, and together we moved immediately to relieve Major Colvin of his command.
Major Colvin informed you of his effort at a Comstat meeting more than a week ago. His free zone stayed for 6 days after that.
That's my responsibility, Councilman. We needed the time to conclude an ongoing investigation by the Major Crimes Unit. The wiretap case that would have been disrupted had we moved immediately. What we have here, I'm afraid, is nothing more complicated than a solitary police commander who, under great pressure, proved to be amoral, incompetent, and unfit for command.
No, it's about more than that. This is more important than who knew what when, or who falls on his sword, or whether somebody can use this disaster to make a political point or two. We can forgive Major Colvin, who out of his frustration and despair found himself condoning something which can't possibly be condoned. What I can't forgive is how we, you, me, this administration, all of us, how we turned away from those streets in West Baltimore. The poor, the sick, the swollen underclass of our city trapped in the wreckage of neighborhoods which were once so prized, communities which we failed to defend, which we have surrendered to the horrors of the drug trade. And if this disaster demands anything of us as a city, it demands that we say enough. Enough to the despair which makes policemen even think about surrender. Enough to the fact that these neighborhoods are not saved or are beyond the saving. Enough to the crime which every day chokes more and more of the life from our city. The thing of it is, if we don't take responsibility and step up, not just for the mistakes and the miscues, but for whether or not we're going to win this battle for our streets, if that doesn't happen, we're going to lose these neighborhoods and ultimately this city forever. If we don't have the courage and the conviction to fight this war the way it should be fought, the way it needs to be fought, using every weapon that we can possibly muster, well, then we're staring at defeat. And that defeat should not and cannot and will not be forgiven.
It was a good case. I'm not denying that.
Oh yeah. Oh my God, he's getting fired.
There's no way that I can.
That's more than fair. But it's better for me if I do something else.
Detective.
It's not you, it's me.
But where
From Western, I think. Yeah, Western feels like home.
Sounds like you're running for something.
I need something good. I need something good, please.
Thought y'all was in training.
Fuck.
So what time you want to be there tomorrow, Coach?
3:30 be good. Hope to see y'all then.
Alright.
The way that he immediately stopped eating his bag of chips.
He spares his life.
Yeah. Oh, he's back at doing what he really loves doing.
Fast train, and it's going off the rail, and you can't come back again, and you know it's going away.
That's it.
Don't it make you feel sad? Yeah. And you're going on a journey under strain. Gotta go on the lamb, stuck in no man's land. Ain't nobody gonna give you a helping hand. And you start to the sound. But you hear that fast train.
Oh.
Do you really know how you feel? Going through the pain. Well, we over the land. Next thing you're out in the mine. And you're out in the debt. Oh, there's nowhere to go. In the sleet and the snow. Just keep on moving. Ain't nobody on the weekend.
Oh! Yeah, but just now see I don't.
What do you see right here? Metal, 10 cents a pound. Right you off. 30 cents a pound. No problem. No, man, I'm trying to school you here. Huh? You don't want to know. This is brown, but it's still green.
It was the exact same speech.
Yeah.
How you doing? That's something, huh? The ladies took a bigger race and loved to cross it.
It's a good thing, huh?
I'm just saying. You probably don't know, but there's love out there, baby. Cops be back and banging on you. Cops be messing with you.
Yeah, thank you.
Oh, shit. Down here. The feet. Come on.
Oh.
What the fuck was this, honestly?
Like, I really wish we could have taken a longer break. We don't have time to take a longer break. We just like took 5 minutes. Now we have to talk about it. But like literally I need an hour. I could have like continued sobbing after we finished the episode for like at least 15 minutes more.
No, I need to calm myself, to relax a bit.
I know.
This took out a lot of energy out of me. I honestly don't know how we're gonna film anything after it, but we have to.
To watch like the last episode of like Cyber.
Exactly. Like
we're not gonna be able to.
This was not what were we thinking? Honestly, this was not smart thinking when you think about it.
No, it wasn't.
And I am fucking exhausting from this. I am usually exhausting when something is this good, especially when it makes me cry. And to me, this episode felt like a show finale. Honestly,
yeah,
it could have served
like in a way it was, I guess,
as a show finale, because like a lot of storylines have come to an end.
Yeah.
A lot of very important storylines for us. And so I don't know how we're gonna talk about this, honestly.
I mean, it did feel like a finale because like we did finish, I think, a very like big portion of the show. I mean, at least of the show that we've been watching. Like, sure, next season, I'm sure we're gonna have our guys that are in the police. Like, I'm sure that's gonna be
very
constant.
interesting what is gonna happen, honestly. I'm very interested what the next season is gonna be about. What is gonna be the main thing, you know? Like, it feels like I can't just now imagine us chasing after Marlo. Like, who the fuck cares? You know what I mean? I mean, they should care.
I really don't know.
Of course, you just like...
I mean, that could be a thing just like happening more in the background. Not in the background, but like I don't know. I don't know if Marlo is the forefront of season 4.
I can't even imagine.
I don't know.
My mind is empty.
Okay,
like I have no idea what is gonna be the season 6, because I don't know how it just like feels like this storyline is over, but I know it isn't. But like we have like kind of ends of many of the characters.
Yeah, I mean,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I don't mean the end, but like let's say for our boy Omar, he threw away his shotgun.
Yeah.
So what does that mean?
Yeah. I mean, someone did say that, like, they didn't know if they were going to have a season 4, so, like, they wrapped up, like, I guess as much as they could, in a way.
I mean, in my mind, they wrapped up everything.
Literally,
what
it
I mean
feels
is
like
just with everything.
if this was the end of the show, I would be very satisfied with this.
Yeah,
like,
I would definitely be very satisfied.
Bodhi's alive.
Let me just tell you, that's what I wanted to say. This serves what, like, season finale. So... if let's say Bodhi is dying, if Omar is dying and stuff
we
like
can
that,
ignore it.
You can just say no need to watch season 4 and season 5. You know what I mean?
You could stop at season 3.
We could stop here. So should we? You know what I mean?
We're gonna put a poll. If you think we should stop for our mental state, say yes, and then we'll stop.
If any of our dearest boys are gonna die,
yes, then we should stop, which I just think that means we should stop. But like Bodhi, I don't know, we might not see him again.
But like
you know
Omar, we might not see him again. That's what I want to say.
I don't know like, what that means now. We really might not see them again. Maybe they've survived.
And we should stop. That's all I got from this.
See,
You know what I mean?
I don't know if we're gonna see them again or not. I have no idea. Because like now when you finish that, how do we see
in
them?
my opinion, depends on what season 4 is gonna be about. We can finish the storyline, but we didn't. It's not like we have to finish the drug scene, and it's not like, let's say, Bodhi is leaving drug scene. You know what I mean? Like, so technically we could see him.
Yeah, but like working for who?
I mean,
like how, like Joe, like how does this work?
It's not like he's gonna leave this.
No.
It's not like he's gonna now. Stringer is the thing that was keeping him in this business.
Maybe.
I know it's not.
Maybe.
We could pretend if we were the
God, let me pretend.
I am very confused what season 4 is gonna be. Maybe news report, like my brother said.
I mean, there will be a storyline there because, like, they have a responsibility in the way that they tell stories. Like, the way that we saw them doing the story here now, like, the way that news production does it. It's a very heartless way to just get more, like, in this day and age, to get more clicks. Like, I will never forget, like, we had this tragedy a couple of months back. There was, like, our first school shooting, like that has never happened here. The amount, I guess maybe I never paid attention to like what the news writes. I don't like visit that often, but like you could not escape it at that point. And the types of articles and like takes that were coming out from news organizations, and we have many of them that are incredibly unethical. Like they were interviewing serial rapists that just got out of jail, you know what I mean? Like they platformed him. For what reason? For nothing, because like people are gonna click on that from the outrage. But like there's a lot to say about how that also fails the community.
So maybe that is gonna be the...
I would love that, because like I think they have a responsibility
but
that
again,
they don't
how
uphold.
are we gonna connect that? Are we gonna continue Tommy's storyline? Yes. Definitely. I think that is definitely the story.
I think that was gonna be, maybe the campaign is gonna be in the next season.
Yeah, but like I also think we're gonna continue with all of our main characters.
Yeah.
And maybe get some new ones.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So like it's not like we can completely leave one storyline for the rest.
Yeah.
And what is the police department gonna be doing?
I don't know, because now Daniels is major. Our boy Jimmy is in the Western.
Yeah, because even in the season 2, we always had our people in police that we followed.
I really don't know.
You know what I mean? So like,
I really like season 4.
What are we gonna follow them in newsroom? In news?
I don't know.
You know what I mean? Like
no, but like that could be a separate story.
But like again, we have to still continue with Mayor's storyline with
technically with Marlowe's. Yeah. Like that, he is gonna be an issue.
Yeah, he's the only one that I can think that like police but like again, it feels like the end of many things, because like let's say Daniels
got promoted
and our boy Jimmy chose another path.
I don't know.
I honestly don't know.
I don't know.
I honestly have no fucking idea. We still have Prez. We saw him in this episode.
And they left something open there.
Yeah, because
they left an open question
in
there.
In that moment, it seemed to me, I don't know, maybe...
Oh my God, imagine we follow Perez in the next one.
Again, it seems like... where he's gonna... is he gonna be in newsroom? You know what I mean? Like... what?
Maybe that's what he wanted to do.
Like, I want to say, like...
be a reporter.
His storyline is now... Like, I can't even imagine it falling into anything. Yeah. But again, I don't know what he's gonna choose as his career path. But like, again, maybe it was like, again, yes, it was left open, but in some ways it was closed as well, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Because we finished the storyline that happened in the beginning of season 1 when he did that to the child and stuff like that, you know?
Yeah.
And we saw how it ended, and at the end he did chose not to come back. He said, this is not what I was meant to do. What are you meant to do? I don't know. It is open, but it is closed at the same time.
We just might see him, let's say, end of season 4, like for a second, working in some place. You know,
something
that's
like
maybe more suitable for him.
Yeah.
Or something like that, because like they did leave that off on like a potential answer.
Yeah,
you know,
potential
what were you made to do? Because like police officer, you were not made for.
Yeah. So that is also that we saw in this episode. That is interesting.
Yeah.
Okay, we can start with, let's say, the whole mayor thing and stuff like that, maybe. We can start with, we were wrong. Tommy is the one who did all of this.
I mean, like, he was, let's say, in a way, resisting. He felt bad about it. And the woman told him something along the lines
I don't
of, like,
know what...
I dealt you a winning card and now you're, like, what, not gonna use it.
I honestly don't know how we were wrong about it. I don't know how we did not predict that.
Well, like, I was...
honestly, I think
I was hoping.
I think you are at the fault there. You know why? Because I think because like when I said it, if you questioned it for a second, we would come to conclusion.
Well, yes, but like I wanted to, because I was like, everyone else is gonna be running on the fact that this is not good. Like Tony is gonna be running on that. The mayor is gonna like walk it back and be like, no, this was bad. The other one that's running to split the black vote. I was like, all of them are gonna be running in opposition to this. Like maybe he runs on something that he believes in and he stands his fucking ground because he knows that this worked.
But that make no sense because like if he's running for that and if he's winning,
I know
he can't just turn his mind.
Well, I thought maybe he loses because he has some integrity.
Oh, okay.
I was like, maybe he chooses to like go down the tougher path, even though that path might mean losing, because he stands for what he thinks is right, and I would have respect for him.
And when you think about it, that's definitely not where his storyline was going.
No.
When now you go back to everything that happened in season 3, since the moment we met him.
No,
that was such an obvious ending for him. And actually Mayor was the one who was questioning it.
I mean, he was as well. I don't know if that makes it worse for me or better for me. Because like he took the time to speak to Bunny and to see this place and to think about it. And he had like some type of, he didn't necessarily want to go against it. Like he even made sure that in his speech to like, let's say, dissolve Bunny a bit, you know? But he still chose to run on the fact that, oh, this is not a good thing because that's what gets him political points. Even though a second before he's like, this is not about political points. He is not like an evil person, you know? He has the capacity to understand, the capacity to feel empathy. And with all that, which is why I'm saying I'm gonna be the roughest on politicians. The rage that I feel when you choose to do this, knowing what is, let's say, maybe the right thing, maybe doing, like he's giving this whole fucking speech and it's all bullshit. And he's talking about it's time to do, like, to make changes and do something different. And what he is talking about is just basically the fucking same thing. Like, war on drugs, we have to like start like, because like what Bunny did was something different, was something that could bring change, and like he's just returning it back to status quo because that is the safe option for him to get elected.
But that is exactly what everybody else is doing.
Exactly, they're all
I don't think every single one of them is without emotions and doesn't have capacity to understand things. I think this mayor had capacity to understand things. He did understand them, you know?
Yeah,
like I think 95% of them can understand.
Yeah.
But that's not how they're gonna succeed.
Yeah.
That's not how they're gonna go on top.
You can have empathy, that you can understand these things and still choose your own ass. It is incredible to me how you can live like that. And I will promise you that they can like all lie to themselves. That they can all like think that, oh, if I get elected to a higher position, then I'll have more power.
I think that's what they are doing.
But nothing.
But even if they get on the higher positions, they want to keep it.
Yeah.
Like even if they get on higher positions, even if they think they're gonna change anything, they don't in the end.
Yeah.
Nor do I think they try. At least most of them.
I cannot. I have zero capacity in me to feel empathetic towards them because like they are the ones that could have some type of power, even though when they don't have power, but you are the ones that are being elected by people and like you're supposed to be representing people. Like you are, like a small voice, but like you're heard more loudly than the rest of them, and you still choose to like look after your own ass. Because like I am not saying that Tommy doesn't care about the people in Baltimore. He seems like he does care. But like if you put that care in something that he knows could be potentially good for the people of Baltimore, but like you put his position and his potential of rising higher in this political game, he chooses this. And I will forever hate those people. I don't have the capacity in me to look at them as not like as they are. I'm well aware that he is not like a black and white character, whatever, that all stands. But I can never look at him and feel warmth because like he chooses this. I feel for some reason harshest for people in this position of power because like maybe they can do something. Even though again, their position of power that they hold is nothing. Like I really, even when you become mayor, you can't really do much. But you can always try. And you should always try being in this type of a position. And you don't. And so like I have nothing. I have nothing but fucking anger.
I know. I think that what the show is doing, I think the show is representing just as the way it is. Mm-hmm. I think the show is not.
I hate them in real life as well.
Yeah, I don't think show is trying to paint them any better or any worse than it is, and it is not hard, in my opinion, to understand how that all happens and why did they choose one side or the other. You know,
because they always choose their power. Yeah. They always choose their ass. no one's expecting anything else.
Yeah.
No one, like, nothing. I don't expect anything else. Bunny as a character, I don't think we'll see him again. He was the most decent human that we're gonna get in this show.
I think he was one of the better characters in the show. Yeah. Honestly, from the start to the beginning, from the start until the end.
Yeah.
He stood his ground.
Yeah.
And I really appreciated him as a character. And this whole story. I think he was one of my favorite characters. Definitely this season, at least.
Yeah, I think he will. I don't know how to place them, honestly. I have no idea at this point. But like,
I mean, it's different.
He is nearing the top. He is such a decent human who tried something for the people. So many of them don't try to do anything for the people. Like that was his main concern. Like trying to do actually something that benefits his community. We have not seen such a character.
Yeah, honestly.
We have not seen such a character, and I fear that we won't see such a character again. And like I just really appreciate him for what he was, and like to see him standing there while these shameless men can talk about how he is immoral or anything like that. How fucking like Rawls and Burrell, if I never see them again on my screen, it'd be too soon. I was laughing about Rawls for like 3 fucking seasons. But like at this point, I can't. Like looking at him while they're like rounding everyone up, and that fucking song is playing, and he's like the villain there. There is nothing to even laugh about. Like thank you for the show for giving me like a fucking wake up call. Like what the fuck is there to laugh about?
Yeah, I mean I think it was written for us to laugh at him. But like I loved it at the end they showed us.
They're like, enough laughing. Look at what we're laughing at.
It makes sense. Like, he wouldn't be where he is if it wasn't like that.
Yeah.
And we knew who he was in season 1 and everything with Ginny and me and stuff like that.
It's helpless. Honestly, everything feels fucking helpless. And so, But
I think it was very good and a very important story that this season gave us. The whole thing about politicians and power.
I'm sure that's gonna continue.
I think it's gonna continue. We'll just see in what capacity, what we're gonna need them for, if it's gonna be, again, drug-related things and stuff like that, you know?
I think it's always gonna be the drug-related thing. I think that is, like, the biggest issue still for the
community. Just like in season 2 we had some other different story.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe it's not gonna be. Maybe we're just gonna continue with Marlo and the rest, but it just kind of don't make sense to me to continue that story. I don't know why, because like we kind of finished it off, you know, with Avon and Stringer.
Yeah, but they said Marlo is the new heir.
I know, but like to me, it would seem like we're repeating the same storyline. I don't mean like we're not gonna have him at all, and we're not gonna search after him but like I can't imagine that to be the main storyline.
Yeah.
Because like what? It's like we had that storyline and we finished it off.
Yeah.
It to me it would seem like a repeating on the same storyline, just a different guy.
I agree, but like they could like do something else with it that I just don't know. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, they could do
Okay.
something
I'm
different.
just saying that I don't at this point see it as the main storyline, because to me right now with the information that I had would make no sense.
Yeah.
Because we always thought this show would end with Avon and Stringer and somebody else on top, like literally like this episode.
Yeah.
I didn't think we're gonna now have whole new season of us catching Marlo, catching him at the end, and a new guy.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
It would seem like kind of repeating, so I don't know what they're gonna do with that.
Yeah.
That's why I literally can't imagine. Again, I think it's still gonna have a new thing, meaning like, let's say season 1 was about kids in the pit. Season 2 was about people on docks.
Yeah.
And season 3 was a lot about politicians, in my opinion.
Yeah.
So I think maybe season 4 is gonna have another very important storyline topic. Not just politician, but in meaning how they don't do anything and how at the end they choose their own asses. Because like we had this whole story about Bunny, how he could actually do something and help the community, and politicians chose not to. You know what I mean? I kind of feel like that was the main plot of the season.
Yeah, I mean, because like we're combining that with Amsterdam and like why that didn't work out.
But like that was one story in some ways.
Yeah.
And like the other thing was happening in the background in my mind, like Stringer and Avon and the war between them and the war with Marlo and stuff like that. That was kind of the secondary story of the season, because like that was the story of all 3 seasons. It just continued and now it's ending, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like I don't know, that's how I imagine season 4 and season 5 to have their own storylines, like one topic and one point that the show wants to tell.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And maybe Marlo thing is gonna be the secondary storyline and the police and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So I don't know. We'll see. I'm very interested. I can't wait to see season 4. Like I would gladly play it for 401, honestly.
Literally. Another part to like wrap up the political, I guess, aspect of it that really also made me just angry is like when the mayor was sitting in his office and like the suits from, I don't know, Washington, wherever they are, like on a federal level, came at him and they were like, basically that Baltimore is gonna lose this funding because like if they like try something like this, which is like, again, they couldn't have done this first and foremost like legalizing drugs, because like the government of the United States is not gonna allow that. Like you can't, like a mayor can't legalize drugs in his town, you know, that all fucking stands. They could have named it something else. They could have just like ran with it in some other name way. That's what they were trying to do, to make it like seem, yes, we legalized drugs, but we didn't legalize drugs, you know, like, because like if they call it what they're calling it, that's a done deal, that's over. But just like, again, to show that it's a failure of the whole system. It's not it's not about the people, even though I'm gonna be mad about each and every single individual one of them, but like I'm gonna be mad at them all just like the same, you know, like on the president and like down everyone. I hate them. But yeah, there's just like that served to like bury the talk completely and just like show you how the system fails constantly.
Yeah, the episode opened up with the police coming into Stringer, where he was killed, and when he saw Jimmy, how he looked. He had empty look in his eyes.
Yeah,
and
it was very funny to me when like Lester said, "How did Jimmy take it?" And Kim was like Stringer was kin. You know what I mean? Like that. Like that's how he took it.
Yeah,
that's literally how he took it.
And he even said to Bank, "I caught him. I had him, and he doesn't even know." That was very that was exactly what it was.
Yeah.
What happened with Jimmy was kind of exactly what I expected to happen with Jimmy.
Yeah.
It's just like I expected it to take a bit more time.
Yeah.
But like exactly like because like let's say writers didn't know that they're gonna have a new season.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's why we got everything that we wanted for Jimmy in this episode. I mean, of course, his story is just gonna continue. It's just like that I maybe expected the second that Stringer dies, that in that episode he's not gonna be good until the end of the episode, you know? But then the whole, because like we said millions of times, losing Stringer in this way, that was basically the whole point of his existence. Of his will to get up and go do the work and continue searching for how to get Stringer. All he was doing was that, you know? And then he lost it. And we saw how he reacted. And he didn't want to drink with Bang. And
I mean, later on by the very end, actually, he went to Beatty. Like, later on in the episode, like, they did the whole thing and arrested Avon. And so, like, that kind of ended that whole chapter for Jimmy, that he was so obsessed over, that like gave his life purpose, and now like that was done. And so like he was taking a step back because like of what Lester said to him in those like couple of episodes back, about how like he has to find something else to like live for, because him just living for case after case after case, it's not healthy. It's not gonna like fulfill you in the way that Jimmy's like hoping that he's gonna be fulfilled.
And he now realized that when it was all over and when he lost Stringer. And later we saw that he went to Beatty. Honestly, I was so happy because of that. I was so happy because I think that's such a big step forward for him. And that is another thing that like he can find purpose in, you know. And he talked to her, and I think he even mentioned something. Somebody said something that sounded like bullshit, but this is all bullshit. You know what I mean?
It just felt very cathartic. It just felt very cathartic on like Jimmy's behalf. And again, Jimmy is like in my top 3 most loved characters. I cannot explain why I feel so much love for him. I think it is because like he is such a fuck up and such an asshole, but again, like he cares, you know. He has the capacity to care, and he is never cruel. And so like seeing him sort of just like realizing that this cannot bring him satisfaction, this gonna bring his life meaning in any like long term, and just like accepting that fact and sort of being fine with it, and like accepting that he is not gonna, like, even Daniels, when like Jimmy was getting, let's say, fired, was like, maybe we can whatever, and he's like, no, I'm good to go.
Well, that was my favorite thing, the last scene of his was when we saw what he chose to do. And how we saw exactly the thing that the woman in the last episode in that meeting was describing. How back in the day they had an officer they knew name of who talked to them, who was there to protect them, and Jimmy decided to be one of them.
Because like, I mean, that is honestly who Jimmy kind of always was. We have never seen him being like cruel or like just like punching, kicking people, whatever. Like, I don't remember him ever doing that. Like, he comes and arrests and like that's it. He doesn't even use excessive force. Like, he was really never that guy. And that's why I always like appreciated him in the midst of like Hercs and Carvers, you know. And like, he does seem like that guy that's just gonna be very charismatic, that you would really like and could trust him with information. So I think that is the part that made me the most emotional, beside his talk with Beatty and the fact that I know that he's taking that step to find a new path, and that he's like wants this relationship with Beatty, but like to take his time with it. She's like, you want to like come in or whatever. He's like, no.
He's like, no, but like I if it's not too late, I would like to meet your children.
As in, like, you know, this can be like serious.
A long term. I would love that. I would honestly love that for him.
I mean,
because I really truly care for him. And I want him to be better, to do better. And I think with everything that has happened at the end of this season, like, it shows me that it can happen for him.
Again, because he really does have the capacity. He really does. He has he has a good heart, you know. Again, is he an asshole? Sure. But like, that doesn't mean you can't have a good heart being an asshole. And I just think if he like works on himself to fix these like issues that he has, he will be such a decent human.
Yeah.
Like such a like a good partner, a good dad.
Yeah.
Like, and we already know that he's good police. Like, he doesn't need working on that front. I mean, he does in a way that this cannot be his life, but like, he is good at what he does, and he cares about the things that he does. And so I just like, I really hope for the best for him. I really hope so.
I really do, and I honestly can't wait to see what season 4 and season 5 are gonna bring us with and for him.
Yeah.
I honestly do believe it's gonna be great. And it's gonna be a great story, and I feel like I'm gonna love it, and I honestly can't wait to see it.
Yeah.
I mean, from now on, it seems like his storyline is gonna be one of my favorites if it continues down this path, you know,
a path of redemption
and self-reflection. If it would go down that path, I would really love it. We also had Dennis in this episode.
I don't know, I feel like we were gonna continue that. That part didn't seem finished to me. Like, I feel like we're gonna continue that.
I mean, yeah, I think so as well. Again, I think we're still gonna continue with the drugs and crime and stuff like that. So I expect him to be there. But like, I think his storyline again in this season, definitely by far one of my favorite storylines.
Absolutely.
I loved at the end what he did. Loved what happened for him.
Yeah.
How he managed to get away from that life, and at the end found a purpose in helping
other kids,
young kids, young adults, and all of them, you know.
Yeah, it's my favorite thing. Like, again, we talked about it, but this was like my light in the fucking darkness, you know. Like, this was one thing that I felt like it's gonna, you know, not like work out, but like I thought it was gonna be a positive thing.
Yeah.
You know, and like we saw that like the older kids didn't show up for practice because, like, you know, they're back on the corners and everything, like the drug wars stopped, and so they're back on the corners, and so he showed up, and like you see such such a stark difference between, is his name Justin, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he's like eating chips and whatever, and here comes someone that he like now views as some type of like authority figure that's like good, and he's like showing respect. Like, he puts down the chips, and like he's asking them when they're gonna, or like, are they asking him when they're gonna, when should they show up, and he's like 3:30
tomorrow. But like second before that, we had a scene with the guy who first tricked him for the money, and later Dennis didn't kill him and like let him run away. We can see the looks between the two of them. And
that was interesting.
That was very interesting. Would like to see the continuation possibly.
I don't know if that's gonna continue, but I would kind of like if like he would also come to boxing.
I would
like,
love
because like
that.
he doesn't even realize that he is the let's say trigger of what made Dennis understand that this is not for him. Like, I would like that storyline. I would like the storyline to continue, because like, let's say now it's more difficult because like now the kids that he was training, let's say, have to go back to their jobs.
But it's not like, so like the boxing can save them from the life that they are born into. But you know what I mean? It's not like they're not gonna work now anymore.
Of course, but like it can give them something else, and like maybe in time they will want to pursue something else if they have like a good figure to look up to, someone who has left this, you know. Like, I don't know, but I would really like that. I don't know, like, I'm hoping that is the kids part that everyone's like making fun of us for saying I don't want to see kids anymore, and they're like, haha, is that the kids part? Is the kids part with like Dennis and them in the boxing
but
ring?
then it's very then it's
gonna be bad.
So I don't want that to be the kids part.
Maybe
I don't know what's gonna be the kids part that everybody's laughing about, but like I don't want it to be the fact that like, because then it's bad, because the way that people answer that question, ha ha ha, wait, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I know.
So I don't know what it's gonna be.
I don't know why you would like enjoy our like,
in my opinion, it's gonna possibly be just like one episode or something like that, but like it's gonna be a horrible episode.
Yeah, because like now
that's
like,
what
I'm waiting for a kid to die. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
that's
it could
what
be
I think.
This Justin. That's gonna break my heart.
Gonna be. It doesn't have to be just like one kid anymore, but like I don't know how it's gonna happen. But it's not gonna be good. It's not gonna be pleasant. Let's not even talk about it until it happens. You know.
Literally.
I think
Literally.
we're not gonna enjoy it at all.
Mm-mm.
Other than that, what we had is that week they caught Avon. They caught Avon. I am again emotional about it.
Yeah. That whole scene just felt very, I don't know, it felt like bittersweet. Like, you know, it because like it was coming to an end, you know, and like we've been here, we've been doing this for so long, and they finally have him. And like, I am sad that he is, I don't know how to explain it. I feel a certain way about
emotional.
it.
I'm just gonna call it emotional.
Sure, that
like
works. That
pride,
works. Like
but
what
like
emotion
why,
that is,
I don't
I'm
know.
gonna leave that to be interpreted because like I can't explain it. It feels weird.
Me too.
But I'm just like looking at him. I'm like, that's it, boy. Like I'm sorry, that's it.
Yeah, and he knew it was coming the second he heard police.
Because like he was getting caught because he was also kind of out of it with everything that happened with Stringer. He was like, let's say, accepting them like working on a lie.
Yeah.
Like accepting them working on that Marlo, because I mean he said to Slim that like it wasn't Marlo, but like Marlo was like, doesn't matter, we need to like basically like they're riled up on this lie, we should use this.
Exactly. He said no matter if Stringer was right or whatever, once you go into war, you stay in a war. There is nothing out. This is good for us, basically.
And he took a gun as well, and he took a gun and he was ready to go,
and then he heard police and he said stop.
Yeah.
Nobody
I mean,
does
he is not, because they were like, we're gonna knock. If they think that we are like Marlo's crew and we just jump in, they're gonna shoot us. And I really thought like, if you say that you're police, no one's gonna shoot you. Avon is not that dumb.
Avon would not.
Avon is not that dumb to be like, yeah, let me shoot police
and even
officers.
the other ones were like, okay, get ready, and taking the guns, and he was like, no, police, stop.
Yeah.
And they stopped, and he just sat down and waited for them.
Yeah.
And I don't know, even that moment of him just like sitting down and waiting for me made me feel something.
I was like, I cannot believe it's over. Like, I cannot believe this is it.
And
like, him seeing Marlo in court.
And no, before that, Jimmy gave him the warrant. He gave him, and he read that Stringer was the one who gave them information where he was.
Yeah.
That made me feel something.
That's like, again, another blow.
Yeah.
Another blow in a way.
After that, Marlo showed up in the court. That made me angry.
Literally, I was like, who the fuck do you think you are?
Emotional. That made me, bitch.
I was literally, who the fuck do you think you are? I cannot believe that, like, Avon is falling down to this dumbass bitch. Like, is he dumb? Sure, no, he's awful. But, like, I was like, I cannot, who the fuck do you think you are?
But his sister was
God, yeah. Oh, but like I didn't even register that like Avon doesn't even know what Marlo looked like. Like this is the first time he fucking sees him. You know what I mean? Like this is the first time he fucking sees him in court, and his sister, was there for a second, and he turned around and she wasn't there.
I don't know how it works, because like you have sides, one where the prosecutor is and the other side where the defender is.
Yeah.
And I don't know if that was on purpose, the fact that she sat on the side where the prosecutor is and she didn't even look at him, even though he was looking at her.
Yeah.
And at the end, the second time when he turned around, she wasn't there.
Yeah.
So that, I think that tells you enough.
Yeah, because like I thought like on first look, when I saw that she is there, I thought like, is this like that, even though she is like mad at him and whatever, like they're still family. And then when he looked back and there was no one there, it was sort of like, you chose to not tell her about her son.
Yeah.
You chose not to tell her about like family.
Yeah.
And so like now you have no one there for you or behind you. And like again, I feel emotional about that.
All of that made me feel something.
And like I don't like, whatever music was going there on in the background made everything like 10 times worse. Like 10 times worse. Like I always get more emotional when you play like the right songs. Mm-hmm. And like just, I don't even know what it was, but like the song felt final.
Yeah.
It felt like wrapping up.
Yeah.
And like I felt just everything. No, I felt like this is the end of the show.
I agree with you. And later after that, but like we had that similar thing at the end of season 2, where they show you basically how everything is the same, And here we had something similar. We had kids on the corners and drugs being dealt. We had Jimmy in that scenario when he was walking. We had mix of things.
And we have Bubbles again teaching someone
exactly
green, how to
you're just look green.
Yeah,
and stuff like that.
Literally the same thing that he told him. And everything felt full circle.
Yeah, everything. I loved the ending of the season.
And to end it with Bunny and Bubs looking at the ruins.
And Bubs did tell him that it was a good thing or something like that.
Actually, he didn't say anything. I thought that was interesting. When Colvin was something along the lines of it was good while it lasted. There was not a weird look on Bubs, but it was because he had that episode. I remember that when he was walking through Amsterdam and it looked horrifying and everything. So I don't know. I don't know how I was supposed to read that, but he didn't. He said something with not over, but whatever, keep it moving.
Yeah.
And he left. So I thought that was interesting, but to leave it off just on the ruins of this idea that could have worked if people cared about people first and foremost. I just think it's it's poetic. I don't know. I don't understand. I really don't understand. This show is ridiculous.
It was very good.
No, this
Everything
is ridiculous.
about this season was
This is ridiculous.
Okay, guys, I can't wait to see what season 4 is gonna bring us. Honestly,
maybe I can. If it's too bad, maybe I could wait. Maybe I could wait.
This is it.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you very soon. Bye.